Let's make it a good day.
Coming up today, boy, do we have a lot to say about the Academy Awards. The good, the bad, and the very boring. Plus, we're getting our first look at Steven Spielberg's West Side Story. Then, looking for just the right place to take mom this Mother's Day weekend, Stephanie Hansen has her list of restaurants perfect for mom and the whole family. And speaking of family, from parties to cute pets, you are showing us your weekend. Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
Good morning, Egan. Good morning, Mendota Heights. Good morning, Roseville. And good morning to you. Welcome to the Jason Show. I'm Jace. Thank you so much for being here. Happy Monday. Please say hello to my sidekick sister from another mister and Dairy Queen's favorite employee, Kendall Markham.
Hello.
Good morning.
I stole all the gravy when I worked there.
That's right.
All the gravy and toast.
The chicken strip basket
Yep.
at Dairy Queen.
Yep.
One of the great gifts from above.
Yes. Full of carbs.
Never look at the calories on that thing.
No.
Because you'll scream. Never, ever look at the calories for the Dairy Queen chicken basket.
I know. There's certain things that you find out the calories and you're like, darn. And then
Yeah.
you go, I'm still going to eat it.
I remember when I found out the calories of the Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuits when I worked there.
Yeah.
Woo!
Or the Oriental chicken salad at Applebee's.
At
I still get
Applebee's.
it.
You think, and that's the thing. People think salads automatically, oh, it's a salad.
Right.
They're healthy. No, some of the highest calorie items on menus
Yeah.
can be found sometimes in salads.
Right. Dressing, sugar, breaded this, breaded
The
that.
little wonton things. Yeah, before you know it, it's 1,200 calories.
Might as well have gotten the fettuccine Alfredo.
No, that's
What?
one thing I cannot eat.
What?
I do not like the Alfredo. When I worked at the Claw, it was the one item I'm a popcorn shrimp kind of girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, the Alfredo,
white
too
sauce.
rich.
No
Too
white
rich.
sauce for you?
No. No. I don't like cream-based soups. I don't like
Oh.
an Alfredo. And I had a woman, I remember certain customers. I remember obviously the woman that asked me for the grape jelly.
Yep.
And then I
Never
went
forget.
off on her. But I remember this one woman she realized that you could get a double portion of the Alfredo sauce. Mm-hmm. She would come in on Saturday afternoon, Saturday lunch, and she would ask for normal pasta. She'd get the large dinner portion, but an extra portion of the Alfredo.
Ooh.
And then she would dip her, Jeff did it and she would dip her Cheddar Bay biscuits in the Alfredo. Jeff endorses that.
It sounds good.
Jeff endorses that.
You know, when we were in high school, they had like different days where different buffet menu items you could choose from.
Yeah.
They had the pasta day, and you could do cheese, red sauce, or Alfredo sauce. And I would always do all three.
All
And
together?
like just kind of mix it up. I'm not saying I don't discriminate. They are all delicious.
Well, we used to, as servers, especially if you would work all day, we called them, I don't know if they call them this, they called them NBDs, night business dies. So you would work from noon until night. So
Yeah.
you wouldn't have a chance to get I almost said a smoke break. You wouldn't get a chance for a dinner break.
Yeah.
But you would go, and what we'd do is we'd make pizzas out of the Cheddar Bay biscuits. We would slice them in half, pour marinara, and
Yeah.
put cheese on it, and then and put it under the lamp. And I mean, I'm sure it was stealing because we were taking stuff from the salad bar, but they didn't care about that in the 90s.
That sounds so good,
It
actually.
was really good, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
like little mini
yeah.
pizza.
Yeah, little bitty Cheddar Bay biscuit pizzas.
Yummy.
You do what you have to do. Let's get started, everybody. It's time for the hot dish. Roll it, Leo. This first segment, all about the Oscars, because it was Hollywood's big night, and there are a lot of us who were very curious how the Academy was going to pull this off this year. The event was held mainly at Union Station in L.A., not at the Dolby Theater. And like last year, there would be no host. Instead, Regina King kicked off things in a big, long walking way. Look. So you're thinking, well, this is cool. This looks like a movie. Because remember, we kept hearing from producer Steven Soderbergh, who directed, Ocean's 12, did Aaron Brockovich, that the Academy Awards were going to be reimagined to be like a movie. Well, this was the only thing that was like a movie, and then it went back to what it always is. Well, by the time Regina hit the stage, she was mostly out of breath. How can you blame her? I mean, she had to walk 40 miles. One of the more memorable moments, and there weren't a lot, came during Daniel Kaluuya's acceptance speech. He won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor for Judas and the Black Messiah. He thanked his mom and dad in the most unique way, while his mom and sister were watching via satellite from London, and watch his mother's expression.
We're going up, you know what I mean? We're enjoying ourselves tonight because we've got to celebrate. We've got to celebrate life, man. We're breathing, we're walking. It's incredible. It's incredible. Like, it's incredible. My mom met my dad. They had sex. It's amazing. Like, do you know what I'm saying? I'm here.
Okay, so his mother, that reaction was turned into a GIF. Look at the sister. The mom hasn't quite registered what Daniel said. The sister absolutely has registered what her Oscar-winning brother just said. But hey, I loved it. That's the moments we wanted, and there were too few of them. While the show didn't have the spontaneous moments of previous years, Glenn Close quickly started trending thanks to, well, her dance moves. She dropped some knowledge about he used a butt, and then got up and did the dance from the 1988 Spike Lee movie School Days. I gotta tell you, this is how you know the Oscars were boring. This was the #1 trending thing out of the whole affair. Glenn Close, look at that. See, that's the moments that you normally get like on the Golden Globes. This is what we want, these moments, and they were lacking. Another funny moment occurred after Brad Pitt presented the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress. Look at this.
And the Oscar goes to Je Jung-yoon.
Mr. Brad Pitt, finally. Nice to meet you. Where were you while we were filming in Tulsa? It's very honored to meet you.
Je Jung-yoon was she's the star of the Oscars. Minari is a semi-autobiographical movie that follows a family from South Korea as they move to the rural U.S. It was also a big night for Minnesota's own Pete Docter. He wrote and directed the Disney Pixar movie Soul, I loved it, which won the Oscar for Best Animated Feature. You know, we have to, Minnesotan, we got to support. Take a look at a little bit from his acceptance speech.
So our main character, Joe, is a music teacher. We want to thank music teachers and art teachers everywhere, including my parents, Dave and Rita, and Dana's parents, Pam and Tom. You make the world a better place. And my wish for all of us tonight is that we could follow the example of jazz musicians, that wherever we are, whatever we have, we turn it into something beautiful. Thank you.
Wow, this looks like a Timberwolves game there. He also won for Up and Inside Out. Okay, even when I'm snarky on the show and complaining to make you laugh, I try to start with the positive. We just did some positive. Now allow me to tell you why this was horrible. I tweeted this out. I would rather watch two mimes play Connect Four than watch the Oscars. It was probably the most boring Oscar telecast I've ever seen.
That was so dramatic. Two mimes play Connect Four, then watch that.
Have you met me? Anyway, here's the problem. And I was reading tweets back and forth, and some of the folks liked the more intimate take on the Oscars.
Yeah.
They liked that, they changed the way they introduce people, like in this quote-unquote boring categories, like cinematography and costume design. They basically read bios of the people. Here's my problem with this. And I want you to know, I think these folks should be celebrated. Without the behind-the-scenes folks, there wouldn't be movies. However, here's the harsh truth. If you're going to put this on television, it also has to work as a piece of television, meaning it has to be entertaining. And I'm sorry, I think a large chunk of the viewing audience doesn't give a rat's rear about how Becky got her start in cinematography. I want to celebrate Becky in cinematography, but you know how you celebrate Becky? Make us, the viewing public, care about Becky? you show us her work. They didn't do that last night. For an Oscar telecast, there was a severe lack of actual clips of actual movies. So look, give me one line. Oh, Becky started out working for Steven Spielberg. Great. But then show me Becky's work as a cinematographer.
Right.
Show novice movie fans what it means to be a cinematographer. The 5-minute long biographies of each presenter, we stopped caring. You defeated the whole purpose.
Right.
But you got to make it entertaining, or don't put it on television. And I know that sounds blunt, but I'm telling you, you can't make it like a seminar. You're putting it on ABC. It is a broadcast. Make it broadly entertaining, or don't do it at all.
Right. I think a lot of behind the scenes people also don't want their just face on camera for a really long time. That's not really where like told all about themselves. They'd rather, like you're saying, say, hey, look at the makeup that I've done, and you can talk about me, but look at my work. You don't need to just talk about me and focus on me, because they're not movie stars. They don't want that necessarily.
Yeah, there were just a lot of, because people say, well, then Jason, what would you suggest? There's a lot of production choices that could have been different. Like, for instance, one of the things that were weird was the camera angles. When a winner would get up to present,
It was odd.
there was a lack of intimacy because the presenters, Leo, take a shot. It was like this. Hi, I would like to thank my mom and my dad. And you're not talking, you're talking off screen. There's a loss of intimacy. Like this, yeah. Thanks, everybody. I would like to thank Jeff. Without him, I wouldn't have a career.
Right.
You know what I mean? Instead of, Leo, take this. Instead of this, there's an intimate connection with the winners looking in the camera and connecting with us, the home viewer. You know, those are the moments, the Sally Field moments, the Matt and Ben Affleck jumping around, because they're looking right into the camera. This side angle crap. Thank you, Leo. Thank you. Anyway, I just want it to be. I take no joy knocking the Oscars. I have fun knocking other things. This isn't fun for me because I love the Oscars. You know me. I'm old school. But fix it. Doing that stuff isn't going to get younger viewers to the table. We have a lot more to come. We'll be back right after this. Stay with us, everybody. Now that's a beautiful shot right there. The hot dish isn't done yet. Tom Bergeron sent out a cryptic tweet over the weekend, which has fans wondering, is he coming back to Dancing with the Stars? Plus, Stephanie Hansen has everything you need to know to make your Mother's Day special. Plus, everything you ever wanted to know about spices. And it's our favorite part of Monday. From family gatherings to Target field trips, you are showing us your weekend. That and more when The Jason Show continues.
I don't regret being myself. I know what I deserve.
I'm 1 in a billion, baby. Don't you agree?
I'm not gonna sit here and let mean girls be mean girls.
Wrap around my finger like a ring.
I never want to stop pursuing love. I am who I am, and I want to meet someone who knows who they are. My person's still out there.
After so much anticipation, we're getting our first look at the exciting new season of The Bachelorette, starring Katie Thurston. The new season debuts on June 17th. Kendall, we got to go to TMZ, but really quickly, you're in Bachelor Nation. That looked like an SNL spoof commercial.
It did. I really like her, though, so I'm hoping that it's not that dry and terrible.
Ted really likes her. Producer Ted got very offended when we were...
Because she's really cool.
Okay.
She's cool.
We'll wait to see on that
She's
one.
cool.
You know, on Mondays, we get a special serving of hot dish all the way from Hollywood. Please give it up. It's the return of Brad from TMZ. Hi, Brad.
Good morning, Jason. Happy Oscars Monday this Monday.
Happy Oscars Monday. Well, a little dust up at the Oscars before the ceremony. What happened?
Yeah, so they held the Oscars at Union Station here in LA this year, and it's a little bit of a high crime area, and they saw that because there was at least one man arrested who tried to kind of storm the production area, not during the show, but before they had set up. And he was arrested. Not only that, there were also reportedly some cast and crew members from the Oscars who had stuff stolen as well. So Luckily, there was no serious damage or anyone injured or anything like that, but just a lot different than when the Oscars are usually held at the Dolby Theater and everything is kind of locked tight.
Well, next, the word on the street, speaking of, we were just talking about The Bachelor, Bachelor Matt and Rachel were spotted together this weekend. Really?
Yes, here in California. And if you're not part of Bachelor Nation, Matt James there, he was the last Bachelor, and Rachel is who he picked. But there was some controversy because there were some old kind of racist-themed photos that surfaced of Rachel from her college days. And Matt had announced that the two split and didn't appear that there was any chance of reconciliation. Here we are about a month or so later, and the two are hanging out again.
Well, look, good. I mean, maybe they make it work. Maybe she learned a lesson. Maybe, hey, we love
That's
love.
the best you can hope for, at least seeing them together, for sure.
That's right. Finally, Twitter lost its mind this weekend when SNL announced who would be an upcoming host. Yeah, I think everyone kind of went, what? Who was it?
Yeah, this will be an interesting one, and we'll see how the ratings do because people might just tune in out of curiosity. But SNL announced that Elon Musk will actually be the host in an upcoming episode. They called it Musk CTV, of course, because SNL.
No, Brad, they did not.
Yes. But the good news, if you're a Miley Cyrus fan, Jason, she'll be performing on the show as well. So maybe some good with the bad or some bad with the good. Who knows how it's going to work out.
What are they going to do, get Warren Buffett after that?
I know. It really does leave the door open for just about anybody.
I just wonder, I was talking to some friends about this. How did this, as you well know, this just doesn't happen. I wonder if Lorne Michaels maybe ran into him at a cocktail party or something and thought, and maybe Elon was funny, but I want to know how this happened. Out of all the people in the universe, there's usually a peg for the host. Why him? Why now?
Well, that's the thing. And look, Elon makes headlines a lot, and he's super involved in Bitcoin and everything like that, but he's not known for his comedy or his humor. Or, on a season where I kind of feel that SNL has really struggled, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
No, not at all. Brad, thank you, my friend. Have a good week.
Thanks, Jason. Have a good one.
Thank you. Yeah, it doesn't happen out of the blue.
No.
Something occurred. I mean, say what you will. Lorne Michaels knows what he's doing. Mm-hmm. My best guess is there was some sort of party. He got the ear of Lorne Michaels. Lorne found him entertaining. The SpaceX rocket blasted off on Friday, which, by the way, was super cool. There's a peg, da-da-da-da-da.
Mm-hmm. Miley Cyrus is really funny, though.
She's great.
She's always good. So I think that having her will help no matter what.
No matter if he's a complete Steven Seagal-esque disaster.
Right.
Yeah. Next in the dish, Tom Bergeron is teasing a comeback. The former Dancing with the Stars host was booted off the reality show last year in favor of Tyra Banks. He posted this on Twitter over the weekend. Look.
Hello there. Happy Friday. It's me again. I thought I'd let you go into the weekend with some more information, some of which may disappoint some of you. I am returning to hosting. That's the part I hope doesn't disappoint some of you. Anyway, it's not going to be a show that I previously hosted. However, it's very reminiscent of a show I previously hosted. More details later. Have a great weekend.
Now, dancing fans want him back, but Deadline says he's been in talks to host a game show. Here's my thing. I got all revved up about this because I don't agree with half of the things Bill Maher says, but this is interesting timing because Bill Maher did a whole thing on ageism, and I don't want to get too deep into this, but that ism is basically the last one that people can still make jokes about. You know, if you're 80, you can still, old man jokes, and I've been guilty of making them. And I thought, wow, he's kind of right. He's like, but we don't value our elders. Now you're thinking to yourself, Jace, how does this connect to this? This whole Dancing with the Stars thing has always irritated me because in my opinion, I think Tom Bergeron is he and Seacrest, the best at live television. He is a great master of ceremonies. And in my opinion, I think Dancing with the Stars foolishly got rid of him to try to appeal to the younger demo, the 1834. Fool's errand, because I have news for ABC and Dancing with the Stars. I don't care if you put Rihanna. I don't care who you get. you're not going to bring 18 to 34-year-olds to Dancing with the Stars. So by getting rid of the host that mirrors the audience that's actually watching the show, it's ridiculous. And Tyra Banks has not generated the va-va-va-voom that they had hoped for, which proves, again, executives don't always know what the blank they're doing. And they should put Tom back on that. Now, he's not going to, but it's just, why would you do that? He was a perfect match of host, product, and audience. And you ruined it.
I'm super curious what he is going to be doing. Since he said it's going to be reminiscent, does that mean dance? Does that mean celebrities? Does that mean competition? Does, you know, what part of that is going to be what he's going to be doing?
He did a great version of Hollywood Squares. Remember that, Jeff? It was a syndicated version. And I think Hollywood Squares could come back, but you have to get somebody in there that's an executive producer that has a lot of contacts, because filling those 9 squares every week is hard to do. But I think they need to bring that show back. Every other game show's back, Press Your Luck, Card Sharks. But Tom did a great job at that show. Whatever he does, I'm going to be a fan of, because, again, he makes live television look easy. The good ones always do. So dancing, you made a big old mistake. No offense to Tyra. I'm just saying the show in general. Next in the dish, we're getting our first look at the new West Side Story from Steven Spielberg. It ran during the Oscars, but if you missed it, here it is again.
Is a place for us somewhere, a place for us.
Oh, so good. I've said it on the show. There's a lot of classics you shouldn't touch. I think some watching could argue with me that we shouldn't be touching this one. I respect that argument. But I also think this is one of those classics that there's a reason to update it. You know? Taking nothing away from the original. And what makes me feel better is the fact that Rita Moreno is an executive producer with Spielberg. So she's going to take great care in the product. But tell the folks, I got chills. Tell the folks about the lead, her story.
So she is 19 years old. She's straight out of high school type. I think she graduated in 2019 specifically, but she was the lead in all of her high school musicals, won a local, very local, like a county or something award for her work, but that was it. And he put out an open call on Twitter just saying he was looking for this lead. So from what I've read, she was one of 30,000 people who applied. She got it. Yeah. I mean, it's just crazy. I've listened to her singing. She has a YouTube thing. She's got a great voice. So
can you imagine? We got to go, but can you imagine? You go from high school drama club to being on the set of a Steven Spielberg movie. Now that's Hollywood. Right. Now that's the magic. Now that's what we're talking about right there. West Side Story is expected to that's all, folks. Expected to debut in theaters in December. We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this. Awkward camera angle. Leo. Welcome back, everybody. Mother's Day is approaching, and as more restaurants open up, you may want to figure out some plans sooner rather than later. Here with help with those plans, her picks, the co-host of The Weekly Dish, and a person I was sparring on Twitter with last night about the Oscars, Stephanie Hansen. Good morning, Steph.
Good morning, Jace. Did you get a good night's sleep after all that Oscar rage?
Yeah, I did. Stephanie was telling, calm down, Jason, calm down. Okay, let's start because we have a lot, and I want to give folks as much info as I can. Let's go down to your list. These are, now, Steph, just to frame this properly, are these places that still have some availability? Am I right on that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yep.
Number one, let's start in Minneapolis, FEMA's.
Okay, I love David FEMA, and he's done so much for this town during the pandemic, and we need a little help in downtown, right?
Yeah.
So FEMA's is great. He's going to cook you some delicious recipes that are from his family, lobster Benedict, prime rib. It's an a la carte situation, and then they'll bring family style things like hash browns and vegetables. So it's just delicious, and I want to support David. He's a really great asset to the Twin Cities.
He does, and I want to have him back on the show. I love that man, and you're right. He's done a lot, and he's bullish about downtown, which I love. Minneapolis and St. Paul, Revival.
Okay, Revival's never had brunch before. Everybody knows them for their fried chicken, but they're going to start having brunch in Minneapolis and St. Paul, and watch for our St. Louis Park location opening. They're going to have the fried chicken and waffles and also biscuit sandwiches and some other things. I just think they have great food, and it's kind of a fun Southern take on brunch.
Let's go to Mendota Heights. Look at you going to Mendota Heights.
I love Mendota Heights. I love this place in particular. It's called Ainoni. It's a local family-owned Italian restaurant, and it's on a man-made lake. So you drive up and you have no idea that when you get to the back of the restaurant on their patio, it's incredibly gorgeous. And they're doing brunch again for the first time. It is going to be Italian style. I love their food. If it's a beautiful day out, you could sit outside. It's just, the setting is like nothing you have in the Twin Cities.
Next, a favorite. I love it. I love it every day more. Let's go to Roseville in Baltimore.
Okay, I put Baltimore in there because I want to, I love the big giant buffet, and they have a big giant buffet. They're going to do it COVID style, so it's going to be safe and everything, but you're going to have the prime rib. You're going to have the all-you-can build your own pasta bar, the salads, the pastries. They're going to have it, all laid out for you. They also are doing biscuits and gravy, and if you want, you can do a takeout version and eat it at home. So if you're not comfortable yet, they got you covered.
One of the best places. I'm actually, when executive producer Jeff and I are fully vaccinated, which will be soon, I'm taking them there. Yo-Yo Donuts, Minnetonka.
I'll join you. I'm a double vaxxer.
Oh, perfect. Me, us too. Yo-Yo Donuts.
Okay, these people will deliver, and they'll deliver one donut if you want, as long as you pay the fee, which is $10 for delivery. And they just have a beautiful, yeasty, homemade donut. And I just think for some moms, donuts are great, sitting around with the kids in the morning and then doing an activity, and that they'll deliver to your house, I think is awesome. Get that bacon Long John right there. It's a maple bacon. It's delicious.
I was going to say stuff because there's a lot of donut places. I was going to ask you specifically, what's it about? Because, there are cake donuts, there are lighter donuts. I was going to ask you what makes these folks so special.
They really hand make the donuts, which sounds weird, but a lot of people will buy donuts and already made dough. They hand make everything, and they use their proprietary flour blend, and there's no nuts too. So if you're nut free, it's kind of hard to find donuts. Yo-Yo Donuts has got your nut-free donuts in Minnetonka.
We love cheese, don't we, Steph? France 44. Tell the folks about that.
We do. And this I love because $25 from what you buy is going to go to Second Harvest Heartland. But it's a tote, and it comes already pre-stuffed with a bottle of sparkling wine, cheese, garlic crostini, truffles, chocolates. There's a strawberry mousse cake. There's some worker honeybee lotion for your mom. And then it comes with tulips. So, everything your mom could want, you just walk out with this little tote.
You saw some other names on that list that we just put up. Leah will put it back up. We have Mrs. Kelly's Teas and Mad Hatter Anoka. Tell us about these two places.
Okay. If you want to go and have tea with your mom, Mad Hatter Anoka is a beautiful place. It's a beautiful old house, and they just do it right with the scones and the savory and the beautiful teas. If you're not comfortable with that and you want to send your mom something, then go to Mrs. Kelly's Tea online, mrskellysteas.com. Order the $35 spring tea sampler. You get lots of little cups of her hand custom blended teas, and you can use them for hot tea or iced tea throughout the spring. I had a blueberry tea last week that was fantastic.
And he's a member of our family, Chef Yia Vang. Tell us.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so they still have Kamayan feasts available for Mother's Day. So this is a private event that you would do at their facility that they're cooking in for 6 to 12. And there's a limited number of them, but they lay down banana leaves and put fish and chicken and salads and noodles, and then they give you all this delicious sauce. It's just super fun, unique thing to do. A lot of people aren't familiar with Hmong cuisine. It's awesome. I did it for my friend's birthday. I love it so much.
The last place is a patisserie. Tell us about that in St. Paul.
Okay. If you just want to get your mom the most beautiful pastry ever in the whole wide world, it's a creme brulee tart, okay? And it's got this creme anglaise vanilla situation on the top that looks like a giant flower. It's $55, so it's, you know, a little high end, but it's totally worth it. He is just doing such beautiful French pastry. He's right on University Avenue. It's Mark Hugh Patisserie.
How's your back, Steph? Everyone follows you on social media. You were down for the count. We want to know. Everyone's worried about you. Feeling better?
I am. It's 3 weeks later. I have what they call the pandemic posture. Lucky me. A lot of us are suffering from bulging discs from not getting out and about as much and from sitting too much at home. So if you're suffering, I'm suffering, but I'm 3 weeks out. Every day is a little bit better. I'm like an old grandma, Jace.
No, I love it. I just never thought you would be, I never thought you would say the term bulging discs on this show, but that's my girl. I love her.
It's not the bulge you want.
We're going to take a break, and we will be back with more of that lady right there when we return. Back in a moment. Back with the always shy and reserved Stephanie Hansen, and now we're Steph. We were just informed we lost our liquor license because of you, Steph. Yeah,
it happens.
It happens. Okay, we're going from Mother's Day to a topic we've never covered on the show. That's hard to say. Spices. That's why you see the setup here. What's the? Yeah, you take it away, friend.
Well, I'm writing a cookbook, right, about cabin cooking that I'm working on. And as I was working on the meat parts, I realized, like, I don't really have recipes for a lot of the meats I cook. I just use spice blends from Minnesota makers. So I thought I would share with you some of my favorites.
Yeah, and if people missed when you were on the show, we'll say it again, a big congratulations, because, yes, you're looking at a cookbook author right there. Steph has a cookbook coming out. I was delighted. I was one of the first to know, and I wanted to cry. I'm very proud of my Steph. Okay, here's the deal Spice Company. Who are they?
Okay, this is Tom and Nicole Dockman. They're a married couple, and they gave people their 127 blend as a wedding favor off of the ribeye that they cooked when they got married. And people liked it so much, they started a spice company. They have 4 different types of blends. The 127 blend is the one they gave to their folks at their wedding, but they've also got a barbecue, a wing blend, and then they have something kind of different called togarashi that's got Japanese spices that is all awesome on like a grilled salmon or any kind of fish. You know what's funny, Steph, is you're totally on brand because the youngins on TikTok, they like Trader Joe's spices. The young folks are all about plants and spices. So look at you being hip and on trend. Okay, Ancient Indian Spice Company. This is a woman that I met with her son, Deborah McLaren, and her son, Anil, and they have traveled all over the world, and they do these Indian spices that I really like. The tikka masala I use, the chat masala, and then they just introduced these like 1 ounce, oh good, you showed them, the 1 ounce sizes. So maybe you don't make Indian food all the time, but you want a little bit of spice. You can get a little spice packet online that's a little bit less expensive, but they're all custom ground, they're toasted. If you're going to do Indian food, a lot of it's about the spices, and they just make it super easy for you. I love this next, I love a good name. Heather's Dirty Goodness Spice Company. Okay. My friend Heather. That is the best name for a spice company ever. My friend Heather is the best. She's a maker. She also owns Crooked Water Spirits, and she started with spices. And her Heather's Dirty Goodness Original is my honest to God go-to chicken. I put it on my Thanksgiving turkey. I use this every single time I make chicken. I put it on wings. I use it in chicken soup. I use it all the time. And she's got one also called Censored that's real hot. I mean, like not Minnesota hot, I mean real hot. And I use that a lot when I'm doing like smoked things or ribs or making Mexican carnitas or black beans. What is it, Steph? I make a lot of chicken. That one's, and by the way, the next time I see you, please bring that over. I will. What is it? It's very savory. Okay, I was going to ask you. It's got like thyme. It's got garlic. It's got pepper. It's got salt. It's just very savory. Rosemary. It tastes kind of like Thanksgiving turkey. It's got sage. It's very savory is all I can describe it, and very warm. I don't want to mess this next name up. Global Spices. Oh, Oh, Tiarina.
Tiarina.
She's pretty new to the market. Her name's Jessica, and she's a chef. And she was doing world cooking demonstrations online and decided to do spices. She's got carnitas. She's got some curries. She also has something that I really like, and I like it so much I don't have anymore. It's a vanilla chai masala that you just stir into a cup of water. So if you like an iced chai or a hot chai at your local coffee shop, you can make it at home. It's just, you scoop it into your water and stir it, and it's great.
This final place, we have 30 seconds, sounds like an adoption agency for you and Stephanie March. Love a Foodie. Love a Foodie. She's local. She's at Walmart. She's on Amazon. She's at loveluvafoodie.com. She has great spices. Her smokehouse spice and her meat blend would be great for a Father's Day gift. But she also does something really interesting. She's got a dog lover's spice blend. And my dog is 17. You sprinkle this on their food. It's cinnamon, basil, parsley, and it makes them more interested in eating when they get old. It's for senior dogs. And it's just dog lover's blend. I love it so much. I've been giving it to my dog who's so old. It helps her eat her food. She's 17, Jace. I couldn't love a human being more. I adore you more than my luggage. I do.
I miss you.
I miss you too. The great Stephanie Hansen, everybody, and her 17-year-old dog. For more information, head to her website, stephaniesdish.com. We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this. Oh, I love her. Her old puppy. How cute is that? Welcome back. I love this song. I think it's probably one of my all-time favorite songs. It really is. Hey, you know we love a flashback. 23 years ago today, TLC scored another #1 hit with No Scrubs. It was #1 for 7 straight weeks. And if you didn't know, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Candy Burris wrote the song, coming up with all the lyrics while sitting in her car. The song went on to win a Grammy. Now that's talent. I wish, I so respect writers and songwriters. That is a gift. If you have it, that is a gift. To hear melodic, to hear the melody and yeah.
And then to craft it all out.
Yep. Welcome back. It may not have been the best weather this weekend, but many of you still made the most of it. It's time for one of our favorite things on Monday, when you show us your weekend. Well, despite the cloudy weather, Sheree went for a walk on the Old Cedar Bridge in Bloomington. She says she saw an eagle, swans, beaver, and lots of birds. My goodness. Amy stayed inside watching 101 Dalmatians with her twins. She says they love seeing all the puppies. Terry went to the Lanesboro art tour with friends. She saw some really, really talented vendors. Carol did some shopping, buying new clothes for her new job. She starts today. Good luck, Carol. Suzanne was busy getting inspired by Joanna Gaines. She's been putting shiplap over her popcorn ceiling. It looks really good. You got to get rid of those popcorn ceilings. Linda did some painting this weekend. Very nice. And Kim did her first in-person 5K race since being vaccinated. She got a personal record. Congrats. Some of you celebrated birthdays this weekend. Casey says her son, Wyatt, is a huge Jason Show fan and celebrated his 9th birthday. Happy birthday, buddy. They rented a private theater to see Raya and the Last Dragon. Wyatt was so excited to celebrate with a few friends. Dee Dee celebrated her son and our coworker Bjorn for his birthday with brunch at Hope Breakfast Bar and a Lady Gaga-themed cake. Of course, there was a Gaga cake. Casey had fun celebrating her upcoming 40th birthday with family. And Heidi's son Leo turned 8. Happy birthday. She says not even COVID can come between a boy and his cake. Sandy says her best boy earned his obedience title this weekend. And Linda was able to join her 4 granddaughters and their parents for some great Italian food at Buca. Nancy was in Jackson this weekend celebrating the Junior Miss Rodeo. Giddy up. Gail says her daughter brought her to the Twins game on Saturday. Even though the Twins lost, she had fun. That's good. And our director Leo shared this video. He says, aeration in Minnesota. Nothing like some snow flurries when you're doing spring lawn care. That Leo, I mean, it is footloose and fancy free over at Leo's house on the weekends.
Excuse me, I did lawn care today.
Did you? No, it's a necessary. Look at her getting homeowner defensive.
Hello.
Well, also on our Facebook page, executive producer Jeff and I were laughing over the weekend. Our pet peeve post that we did on Friday is like over 30,000 people it has reached. And it proves people just need to let off some steam. And there was a couple more that I was reading. Robin, this one came up a lot. When customers do this when they're at the cashier, hold on, I'm on the phone. And there's a line of people, no, get off your phone.
What?
Yeah, that came up a lot. And I've seen it happen. No. If you're up to the cashier, ready to ring, I don't care who you're on the phone with, hang up that phone.
Well, if it's the Dalai Lama, it's fine. But everybody.
No,
or Dolly
I'm
Parton.
at Target. And I need to check out. Dalai Lama.
I
don't care if it's Oprah Winfrey. You put her on hold. Okay, actually, no, I would just. No, Oprah, you'd have to wait. I'm sorry. We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this, dear friends. Back in a moment. Yeah, Oprah, I'd make you wait. Sorry, Oprah, I'm at Target. So, a couple things I'm excited for being fully vaccinated. In fact, my mother's fully vaccinated, so I can take her to bingo, and I can take her out and show her Minneapolis. So I'm excited about that. I love you, Mom. I'm also executive producer Jeff. We're both double vaccinated. It'll kick in. I'll be official on Wednesday. And I said to Jeff, we've been talking about this. Jeff, once we're both vaccinated, I would like to take you out to happy hour. And this is what he just said to me. Just the two of us? Wow. I'm fun. I am fun. I know that I seem a little negative here, but I can be fun.
I mean,
oh my goodness!
That's not what I meant.
You've been out with me.
You took that the wrong way, mister.
Whatever, beige. Don't forget to sign up and be a part of the Jason Show virtual audience.
This is not beige.
Just go to the Jason Show Facebook page, Jason Show TV, and click the link we posted. Sign up for a certain day, and you'll be a part of the show. Ted, can I take you out to a happy hour? Ted said happy, absolutely.
I didn't say
it's
you
a free.
couldn't.
We'll be right
Why
back.
not take me? Okay.
I'll take you guys. Tell them out. We'll be right back. Oh, we have fun around here, don't we? Okay, it's time for the bubblegum goodbye. Here's the question today.
Please.
What 90s fashion trend should never come back in style? We just realized Kendall was an infant in the 90s, so you're going to say jumpers? What?
Diapers?
Yeah, diapers.
I was not an infant. I was up until 9 years old. I would say those jelly sandals.
Jelly, yeah, that's...
Jelly sandals. I had them, but they would give me blisters. I didn't even like them then.
I think for dudes,
Yeah.
the lines on the side of your head, you know, barbers would put like 3 lines.
Oh my gosh, the Hanson brothers haircut. That was like the middle
like the
part.
bowl cut? Oh, yeah.
The bowl cut. I remember being a kid and being like, I like boys who have hair like this sometimes.
Yeah.
So bad.
Well, but they're back now. Like, I can't believe mom jeans are the thing. Like, well, again, what's the saying? If you lived through it the first time, you shouldn't wear it the second time.
Oh,
So,
that's a saying.
yeah, that's if you lived through one version of the fashion trend, when it comes back around, like if you wore bell bottoms in the 70s legitimately,
Yeah.
you shouldn't wear them when they come back around.
But what if butterfly clips come back? I really liked those.
What are butterfly clips?
They were a 90s trend that I don't want to come back.
Oh, okay.
It's a joke.
I never wore butterfly clips.
Tie-dye came back.
That's true.
Grunge has kind of come back.
That's right. That's early 90s. The grunge look. Yeah, it's huge.
Mhm.
People not washing their hair. I had friends like that.
Okay,
I won't name them.
That's not the part that I was talking
Oh,
about.
okay. Anyway. Hey, tomorrow on the show, what's producer Ted watching these days? He's going to share his latest reality TV obsession. And I have a new one, too, on TLC that my buddy Alexis told me about today. Extreme Sisters.
Oh, God.
They share everything. Like, they sleep in the same bed.
That is so weird.
Why do you think it's on TLC?
Oh.
I'm pleasant. And by the way, Tim Blotz from Fox 9 News said that I could buy him happy hour.
You can buy me happy hour anytime.
Not after today. Go out there and be yourself because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Bye, everybody.